quit. Most people fall off. Most people don't never make it to day 75, and I'm gonna tell you why. Around this time, this is when people, all of the motivation to doing hard things, and specifically right now, the 75 hard, it's a lot of motivation around it. It's a lot of hype, and if you got like what our group has, we got a handful of people that are committed to doing the challenge together and holding each other accountable and all those things. But right around this time, day 6, this is where motivation dies and discipline rises. And in my opinion, I'm gonna tell you why most people fall off right around this time. Well, for my opinion is most people aren't really disciplined anyway. And most people don't know what true discipline is. And in fact, I'll even go as far as saying most people are only disciplined when it's convenient. But, and I remember I used to have pain, right? When I'm growing up with my grandparents, you know, I used to think like, man, if I got in trouble, they were really hard and rough and real, had all these rules, and I thought that was discipline, but I had a misinterpretation. Um, yes, discipline is rules and structure, but it's not always. Hey, what's up, Sonny? Hey, what's going on? And discipline isn't always pain. It's freedom if you allow it to become that for you. Uh, and how does discipline turn into freedom? Discipline turns into freedom because of the consistency of you doing boring things over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes a habit. And then when it becomes a habit, that becomes part of your nature. And then you're free. Why? Because you're not trapped by the distractions. You're not trapped by the 3 enemies. The 3 enemies that I always refer to, which are distractions, doubt, and delay. Those are the 3 enemies that I feel like everybody has to put up a fight up to every single day. And they show up in many different forms, multiple times a day, and they show up in multiple categories of your life: doubt, delay, and distractions. They show up in your finances. They show up in your faith. They show up in your family. They show up in your business. It just shows up. And if you don't face those enemies, um, you won't have discipline, number 1. 2, you won't have what you desire. Number 3, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it because you're not willing to fight the hard things that's going to stop you. That is built to keep you from becoming the version of yourself you need to become. This is why most people that do the 75 hard, they do not succeed because they're afraid to fight the hard enemies. And most of the time, those enemies is not anybody else holding you up. It's not anyone else that's like stopping you from doing something. Most of the time, the enemy is the inner me. The inner me inside of you. It's those voices that's telling you can't go you can't go do any further, you can't go any further, you can't do another step, you can't take another walk, your feet hurt, your head hurt, and all of these voices become your enemy. Have you ever felt like, man, I can do this, but I don't know why I keep stopping? It's because you haven't defeated one of those 3 enemies: doubt, delay, or distractions. But discipline is earned. It's not given. What's going on, California? Blessings from California. Hey, we actually got California weather today, finally. By the way, the cool thing about the 75 hard, the cool and ugly thing about it is this. Like the day 1, when I originally started it, which was this Monday, and I intend on documenting my whole journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly, with lives like this. So if you want to like follow my journey, I feel like I'm gonna be sharing my experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, and whatever's on my mind at the time, whether I'm thinking about business or marketing or what have you, faith, whatever I feel the need to, share. Um, make sure you subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and click that bell, so you'll get a notification when I go live. And but anyway, my point though is, I was saying, the reason why, those enemies. Oh, no, I was talking about the weather. When I started on Monday, I started on Monday with the 75 hard. You got to come out here with no matter what the weather's like, right? And on day one, it was 9 degrees, but the index said it felt like it's 11 degrees below. It's crazy, right? Now, yesterday was the first day of spring, and it's like already summer. So we really, within a week, then experienced all 4 seasons here in Omaha. Today we got like California weather. That's why I was saying that. Sorry about the rant, but that's the challenge about doing this, is like doing 75 hard. The challenge is like, no matter what the weather is. I had a lot of people drop off the first day because of the weather. They're like, oh, I'm not going outside, it's too cold, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start another day. So they had already failed day one. Now the cool thing about this challenge is like, you're not necessarily a failure. You don't fail. It's just, once you don't complete something, you start all over. And it's showing you how to build consistency and the discipline of trusting what you say. See, one of the reasons why most people don't get much and get far in life is because they don't believe a word they say. What do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked. What I mean by that is how many times have you told yourself you're just going to do something, and when it was time to do it, you didn't do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have time. Oh, something came up. So telling your internal self is, you don't honor your own commitments. You're not trustworthy. So when things hard come up and it's easy for you to walk away, it's because you're not building trust within yourself. If you're not building the trust within yourself, how can you build trust with someone else? But that's why I recommend, if you really want to build real discipline and you want to unlock a version of yourself that you probably don't recognize, I recommend you doing something challenging like this 75 hard challenge. In fact, if you so much as want to know, like my mindset behind it, share, just, I would love to engage with you in the comments, and I'll talk to you about like some of my mindsets behind this, maybe like some of my meal plans and the workouts that I'm doing, because this is just my outdoor workout, but I'm actually doing, physical workouts too. But anyhow, and if you want to know a little bit more about that, I would love to share those things. But I just felt like I can kill two birds with one stone and work on getting my content back out here and sharing and hopefully helping somebody on the journey of being a better version of themselves. While I'm doing it in the midst of doing it myself, because I'm the person that I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. And if you're that type of person, you're my people. You're my people. So I appreciate you joining live with me. This is day 6 of 75. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And we'll see how day 7 looks. Peace and love. And comment 75 or drop 75 in the comments if you want me to get my kit, and my kit's going to consist of, maybe my mindset, maybe a prompt, AI prompt for a workout and or meal plan that you want, if you want to do the 75 hard, resources on how I'm staying healthy. And one of the things that most people don't do is they don't stretch. So it's kind of keeping the mobility going as well. So if you want that, just comment 75 and I'll happily share that with you guys. Peace and love, and I'll see you at the top.